In the silence of deep space, a massive starship drifts toward a distant planet, carrying over 5,000 passengers in deep sleep, all dreaming of a new life. But something goes wrong. One pod suddenly opens, and a man named Jim Preston wakes up 90 years too early. At first, he doesn't understand what's happening. The ship is quiet, too quiet. He walks through endless halls, calling out for anyone, but there is no response. No crew, no passengers, just empty space and artificial lights. Then the truth hits him. The ship is still decades away from its destination, and he is completely alone. Days turn into months, months turn into a year. Jim tries everything to go back to sleep, but there is no way. Slowly, loneliness begins to consume him. He spends his days talking to machines, drinking at the bar, trying to hold on to his sanity in a world without people. And then, everything changes. He sees her, Aurora, sleeping peacefully inside her pod, unaware of the nightmare outside. Jim becomes fascinated by her. He listens to her voice, reads her stories, and slowly, she becomes the only thing that gives him hope. But loving her creates a terrible dilemma. If he wakes her up, she will lose her entire future. If he doesn't, he will spend the rest of his life alone. For a long time, he fights this decision, but in the end, loneliness wins. He wakes her up. Aurora opens her eyes into a reality she never chose. At first, she's confused, scared, just like Jim once was. But over time, they begin to connect. They explore the ship together, laugh, share their stories, and eventually fall in love. For the first time since waking up, Jim feels alive again. But the truth cannot stay hidden forever. One day, Aurora discovers what Jim did. In that moment, everything shatters. The man she trusted, the man she loved, is the one who took her life away. Her dreams, her future, her purpose, all stolen in a single decision. Her love turns into anger, into pain, into hatred. And before they can even begin to fix what's broken, the ship starts to fail. Systems collapse. Gravity shifts. Fire spreads through the corridors. The entire ship is breaking apart, and thousands of lives are now in danger. Jim knows what he has to do. Despite everything, he steps forward to save the ship, to save everyone, even if it costs him his own life. In the freezing emptiness of space, he risks everything to fix the failing systems. The pressure is unbearable. The odds are impossible. And in the end, he lets go. Jim drifts into the darkness, lifeless. But Aurora refuses to accept it. Through fear, through pain, she fights to bring him back. Using every last chance she has, she manages to save him. And just like that, everything changes again. Now, Aurora is given a choice, a way to go back to sleep, a chance to reclaim the life she lost, or stay with the man who destroyed her future, but also gave her a reason to live. And this time, she chooses love. Together, they build a life inside the ship. They turn cold metal into something warm, something alive. Years pass. Seasons are created where none existed before. And in the middle of endless space, they find meaning. They grow old together, far away from the world they were meant to reach. And decades later, when the ship finally arrives, the passengers wake up to something unexpected. A story, a life lived, a choice that changed everything. Because sometimes, the most impossible situations lead to the most human decisions. So the question is, what would you choose? A perfect future or a love that costs everything?
Incredible.